Hello, I welcome you all for this video. I am Priya, Assistant Professor, Department of Costume Design and Fashion. In this video, we are going to see about visual merchandising. In the visual merchandising, we are going to see about composition, components of composition, and its relations to the visual merchandising. So first, composition. Composition in visual merchandising refers to the arrangements and organization of various elements within a display to create a visually appealing and effective presentations. A well-composed display not only attracts the attention but also communicates the brand message, highlights the key products, and ultimately influences the consumer behaviors. Here are several key aspects of composition in visual merchandising. So the composition in the visual merchandising is an arrangement in an organizational and using various elements within a display to create a visually appealing and effective presentation. So mainly the compact or good presentation is mainly called as compositions. A well composed display not only attracts the attention but also communicates. So it will speak to the consumers with they are creating with a brand. If it is a brand, it will give a brand's order or a brand's how it was created, what are all the best qualities of the brand, how it was effective. It will be spoken by that presentation and highlights the key products, what are the key products, and ultimately it influences the consumer behavior. So it will make the consumers to buy the product. So it will create a curiosity over the consumers. First one is balance. Achieving a balance in a display is a crucial for visually appealing. There are different types of balance including symmetrical and asymmetrical. The symmetrical balance involves the mirroring element of either side of the central point, with asymmetrical balance involves the arranging different elements to create equilibrium without mirroring. So mirroring, which means it will have the same part. If it is a symmetric means having a same one side is, if it is in a right side, the same mannequin will be placed on the left side. So it will gives an balanced feel. Equilibrium, which means it will having the same element but it will have a different product or a different view. So it will be the poses or the product will be changed and the same mannequin will be placed. In the balance, it will be the same garment with the same color or a same view it will be created. Next, hierarchy. Establishing an hierarchy helps guides the viewer eyes and prioritize the importance of the different elements in a display. Important or featured products should be positioned prominently with supporting elements arranged accordingly. So based on the supporting elements and the needed, the product has to be created, product has to be placed. Next, unity. Creating a cohesive and unified display is essential for conveying a clear message. Consistent use of colors, themes, or a style help tie together disparate elements into a visually harmonious whole. So while creating a display, you have to use a theme or else you have to use a color or a style to make a tie. That tie, which means it will create a bonding between the viewer's eyes and the product. So it will create a curiosity over the product or else it will have a feel to make the view to see the product. Next, contrast. The contrast is about creating a visual interest by using differences in color, shape, size, or a texture. Contrasting elements can draw attention to the specific product or area within a display, making them stand out. So in this picture, we can see there is a human, it is a man who is standing in a formal or a casual wear for a somewhere going, he is in outside, but his shadow will show something, it is a Batman. So it is creating a contrast in the same character. There will be two different views. So one is a normal human being, another one is a superhero. So by highlighting, just contrast is about creating visual interest. It will creating some interest on the character. So while using this method, we can identify the customer's view. Next, repetition. Repeating certain elements or a pattern throughout a display helps reinforce the overall theme and creates a sense of continuity. So repetition can be achieved through the use of similar colors, shapes or motifs. So while using this, we can create somewhat different, like same patterns or same color or same type of garments with different colors. Next, proportion and scale. So paying attention to the proportion and scale ensures that the elements within a display are appropriately sized relative to each other and the surrounding shapes. This helps create a sense of harmony and prevents any individual elements from overwhelming the composition. So proportion and scales mainly used to maintain the proper composition, which is related to the size, repetition, what are the space around. So these are all considered. Next, white space. White space, also known as a negative space. White space refers to area within the display that are left empty or adorned. Strategic use of white space helps to balance the composition, highlight key elements and create a sense of openness and visual breathing room. So if it is a long room, we have to maintain some proper white space balance key. Okay. Next, flow. Consider the flow of movement within a display and how it guides viewers' eyes from one element to another throughout the placement of the products, signage and the focal points creates a natural path for the customers to flow, encouraging exploration and engagements. So it will create a flow to the consumers to make a move. Next, emphasis. Emphasize the key products, promotions or a brand message within a display by strategically positioning them to attract attention. This can be achieved through the placement, highlights, lightings, colors or sizes. So finally, the conclusion. Be carefully considering these principles of composition. Visually, merchandisers can create a display that not only grab attention but also effectively communicate the brand's identity, engage the customers and drive sales. Thank you.